Welcome, Mooncat viewers. This is a Mooncat reading for the month of February. And in a Mooncat reading, we combine two forces. We combine the influence of the moon and the spiritual guidance of the feline soul. And we combine these together to get guidance on the path ahead. And that's what today's reading is going to be about. So I'm going to start with a moon card to get a focus point for the reading. And we'll start with that from Tarot of the Moon Garden. Okay, we have a very beautiful card here of the Empress. So our overall energy is very creative and nurturing. Creative and nurturing energy to this reading. And it's very appropriate because this is a time when the world is sort of silent with all the snow, and the winter is in full force, but nearing its end. And so beneath all that silent snow, there is growth that's beginning. We don't quite see it yet, but it's there. Okay, so we're going to think about, we're going to put our energy and our focus into creating and just feeling that abundant connection to the divine and that comfortable energy that is secure in its abundance. I gotta go take care of my cat. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. And so the Empress is the influence over our reading today, and we're going to use the Cat Tarot to see if we can get any more details or further guidance regarding that Empress energy. Right, so I'm going to move the angle of the camera a bit so you can see the full spread here. So this is advice regarding your creative energy or your ability to believe in your abundance and your ability to create abundance. And so what I'm seeing here, the first two cards that came out together, we have Five of Swords along with the Seven of Swords. So there is a trickster energy here that is battling against your abundance, that is trying to hold you back and hold you down so that you don't embrace your Empress energy. So there is someone or something around you that is perhaps jealous of you being able to succeed and trying to keep you in such a constant state of defense that you are not able to be in a creative mode, or to be in that abundant nature of the Empress. Notice that the Empress is in comfort. She's in a very nurturing place, and that place has everything she could possibly need. She's relaxed, she's at ease, she's in a lot of comfort, and she has that divine spark all around her head. And it is that at this time you've got to get out of that fight mode so that you're able to find the comfort and the nurture that you need in order to open up and be in your creative space. And so right now, if there's, the Buddhists have a saying of the need to calm the monkey mind. And the monkey mind is when in your head your thoughts are just constantly going at each other, like constant chatter inside you, in your inner dialogue. So if you're just constantly dwelling over this or that confrontation in the day, or this or that thing that's stressing you out, or this or that concern about the present, past, or future, then your mind is so distracted. And then that's that Five of Swords. So in the original Rider-Waite Tarot, that Five of Swords has all these different attackers coming from every side. And that's what it's like when you're in that monkey mind state, because there's that constant noise and chatter and distraction that's pulling your energy away from your center. And so what you need is some quiet space and time to bring it all together. Now we're looking at the Four of Pentacles, and there's a couple of different things I see where the Four of Pentacles follows all that energy. I hope that you can identify who this jealous person is, or who this person is that wants to keep you down. You need to get space away from that person so that you can be in your own energy without feeling the need to constantly defend yourself. If you find yourself constantly in a defense state when you're with someone, then that is the person you need to get away from for a while. Now, the couple of things that I see with the Four of Pentacles following. First of all, instead of being in a state of abundance and feeling like your money can freely flow and trust that it will return to you, this is like hoarding what little bit you have for fear of losing it. And so this is another indication of being in fear and concern instead of being in that abundant mindset. But the other thing that this made me think of, as the Four of Pentacles can also represent spiritual energy, it made me think about how the energy is being pulled in all these different directions by that defensiveness. And what is needed is to bring it back to the center and hold it down. And so we see the cat literally holding those pentacles in place and sitting on them right in the center. And that's the point, to draw your energy in and hold it to you. Now, how do you do that? Well, how you do that is you take all those thoughts that are flying away from you in all those different directions, and you let them go, you release them, and you sit quietly until your mind begins to focus and calm and center. And that may take some time, and sometimes it does. It cannot always be an easy thing to do, but I promise you that if you do it long enough, you will reach that moment where you're finally not in that monkey mind anymore. The chatter clears and you're able to calm and center. It really is a matter of spending some time in silence, which is sometimes the hardest thing to do. I know at times of stress and worry and concern, I also tend to avoid being in silence. I have the TV on, the radio on, I call somebody to talk to. And it's because it's uncomfortable to face the things that are creating the fear or the stress. But if you do take that time and have that courage to just turn off all the noise, sit down in silence, and just let your mind go where it's going to go. And then eventually you will find yourself centering and bringing your energy back to you, back inward. And now your advice here is to bring your focus back to your center, back inward, back to your center, and then become this Queen of Wands. Powerful in your energy. And look at that cat. Are you going to try to take that light away from her? What do you think that cat's going to do if you try to take what's hers? So that is a fierce defender right there. And that's you. That's your energy. That's you fiercely defending the light that is yours. And so bring it back in, bring it to the center. And once you have it, defend it fiercely. Okay. Now, this queen has dignity. Okay, this queen she has powerful energy and charisma. That is the energy to create in the real world. And so combining with the Empress energy is a very powerful thing, because you're taking that divine inspiration and then bringing it into something real in the world. And this is a powerful act of creation that's going to be very truthful and very soulful. And yet, to get there, it's going to require you being willing to stand in your power with confidence and with grace and saying, yes, this is mine and I own it. And then as we have that energy, now we're going to come away from the distraction, away from this person, this sneaky person who's trying to take what's yours, take your light away, coming into a place where you're so defensive that person cannot touch your light. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles is just now comfortably building, skilling, creating your artistry, whatever that may be, building on your spiritual light and energy, putting it into something practical and building that into something where you become the adept. You become the skilled master through a lot of work and a lot of practice. But that is the outcome in the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So you're struggling right now. This is what it's telling me. There is the divine support for you to be this creative person, to create what it is you're working on. But you're struggling right now, and you're struggling against this opponent, this person who wants to hold you down. Someone's getting into your mind. Someone's creating this defensive energy for you. But if you can come through that and find your center and ground and reclaim your light, then you're on the way to artistry. You're on your way. I'm struggling not to say the word perfection. That's not what I want, but definitely being someone who's highly skilled and respected in their profession or in the art that they do. And so you definitely want to keep going is my point at the end. Don't give up. Don't give up. You're struggling right now, but this is not a time to give up. That's not what this is. Okay? This is the divine encouraging you to continue creating and to continue on your path with a promise that there is a positive outcome on the other side. This is not the time to give up now. All right, let's see if I can get some more oracle cards for further guidance here. Okay. The camera's really close to me. It's hard not to bump it when I shuffle, but bear with me and we'll get to the card. Okay. Okay. You may be familiar with the Five of Pentacles, which is that poverty mindset card. And we're really looking at that same kind of thing here with this little hungry cat. Looking at that poster of the cat that has so much and longing for that kind of abundance, longing for that comfort and safety that the fat cat has. Okay, so this fits right here. It fits right here along with the beginning of the reading. This is perhaps where you're at right now, where you're in a place that, as I said, you're struggling. Maybe times are hard. Maybe it's feeling like you're never going to get from here to there, and yet that path is in front of you. It's just, this is that moment where you got to keep going and find the strength to keep going. And of course, what's going to help you, as we said, is definitely you need time in silence. You need meditation. It's going to be very beneficial to you right now. And I know that especially in stressful times, I understand how very difficult that can be to do, but don't give up. You've got to do it to help yourself, to give yourself your best chance. Okay, we might just have one from this set, as I'm not feeling another one. Okay, that's all right. We're going to move on. Okay, let's see what we can get from the Queen of the Moon. And I feel like there's such a divine feminine quality. Of course there is, because it's the Empress. There's a divine feminine quality here. So I feel like Queen of the Moon might have something to say. Okay, well, this fits so beautifully in with the beginning of the reading. This is boundaries, the card of boundaries. So that is for that trickster, whoever that is in your life, that's keeping you in this poverty mindset, making you not believe in yourself, making you think you're always going to be stuck where you are. Whoever it is that's kind of seeding your mind with those kind of thoughts. This is a person you need to set boundaries with. Sometimes it's straight up saying to someone, don't talk to me like that. Don't say things like that to me. I don't like it when you say that to me. And then if that person doesn't listen and persists, then it's a matter of not answering the phone when they call, not looking at their messages, because you don't want them to continue to seed your mind with those negative thoughts. Okay, so setting up boundaries is one suggestion. If you can identify that trickster, it's certainly important to do that. Let's see if we have more suggestions from this deck. Okay, you have some homework. Identify the trickster. Set boundaries with the trickster. If boundaries aren't working, distance yourself. spend time in quiet meditation and focus on your power. And don't give up on what it is that you're trying to do. It's time for self-reflection. And now this is a positive card, because this is telling you to work on your perception of yourself. Whoever this is that is giving you that Five of Swords, that constant attack, whoever that is, and maybe it's more than one person, whoever that person or whoever they may be, they are giving you a false image of yourself, a false reflection. And they're making you see yourself in ways that are not true to your full power. And so that's all part of taking your power back with that Queen of Wands energy. You want to take a real look at what you can accomplish, what you have accomplished, and what your talents really are and what you can do. And don't let anyone tell you you can't. All right, let's keep going. Resilience is required. Okay, so this is that continuing on with the work and not giving up. Okay. And there are times where it feels like you're carrying a heavy burden trying to get this project to grow. Trying to get this huge seed to grow. It feels like a heavy burden that you're carrying. But there will come that time where the abundance comes more easily to you. And so, again, with resilience is that message of keep on going, don't give up. Now is not the time to give up. Keep on going. You got this. You can handle it. You're going to handle it. You're going to handle it like a queen. I think there might be one more here, but let's see. If nothing comes forward, we'll move on. All right, let's move on. Okay. I don't know if you might be familiar with who Bashar is. Bashar is an entity that is channeled by Daryl Anka. And I truly enjoy listening to him. And he was talking about worthiness, having self-worth. And what he said is, you can't argue with creation. If you're here, you have value. If you're here, there's a reason for you to be here. If you're here, you know, the universe doesn't make mistakes. Your creation exists for a reason. We must think about the idea that we all come from the same source, which means that not only is God within us, but we are within God, which means that you are one of those multitudinal reflections of the source. And if the source is perfect, how can you be unworthy? When you are a reflection of a part of that. Okay, now this reminds me of another, sorry about all my sayings, but this reminds me of another saying that I have. This card says voyage. You already have all the answers. So another encouragement of keep going on this path. Keep going down the path that you're on. You're going the right way. You already know this. You already know what you need to do and you're going the right way. So just refocus your energy towards it. And you've got divine support in that. And you have a positive outcome ahead of you for that. This voyage card reminds me of another saying that I have, which is, don't fight the roller coaster. And this saying is something that I first came up with when I was very young, because I had gone to an amusement park. And I just sort of naturally discovered that when I sat in that car before the roller coaster takes off, and I was scared and resisting and not wanting to go and not wanting to do it, it was much, much, much more terrifying, much, much more difficult. And if I just sat in the car and said, okay, I'm going to go wherever it takes me, then it was much easier to endure the ride. And so I learned this phrase, don't fight the roller coaster. Just go where it takes you and relax and go with it. So when you're encouraged to voyage, that's what you're encouraged to do. Don't fight the roller coaster. That's what I'm saying. Let's see if we get more from this deck. Whoa, we got two cards that really wanted to come out here. And it's Phoenix. How's that for a happily ever after? I gotta love the attitude of this card, because you do have someone trying to oppress you here. And this is like they burned you to the ground and then you rose more powerful than before. So how's that? How's that for trying to burn me down? There you go. I'm more powerful now. And I come out of it, the ashes, wearing a crown. See? In that queen energy. Okay, so wonderful encouragement. Yes, you're going to come out of this darkness, this muck, the ashes, this murky mind that they're throwing you into. You're going to come out of that. You're going to ride us out of that more powerful than before. And then this one says, sundress, do it for you. Okay, so this woman doesn't care what anyone thinks about what she's wearing. She's wearing it for her. And that's what it is about your path ahead. As you, excuse me. Okay. Whatever path you're choosing may be a bit unusual. This may be why you're feeling resistance coming at you. This may be why you're questioning if you're on the right path. But just remember, at the end of the day, you're not doing this for anybody else. You're doing it for you. You're doing it. The only person who needs to understand the choices you make is you yourself. It doesn't matter if other people get it or not. Make yourself happy. Doing what you want to do, doing what feels right to you. She chooses that dress style. She chooses that color. She chooses that pattern and how to wear it. She chooses it because it makes her happy. Hey, and she's out there in the snow. She don't care. She's out there in the snow enjoying herself in her sundress. Okay, so that's just it. Do it because it makes you happy, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. Okay, lots of good advice coming here from the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. That's really good to see. And the thing is, I know I'm not being specific about what it is that you're doing, but remember, this is a general reading, so I can't really be very specific. But there must be something that ignites your passion that you've been trying to do, but maybe been fighting with yourself about it. And maybe part of what's making you fight with yourself is the opinion of other people. And so the advice here today is how to rise up above that low level energy and find yourself in Empress mode. And you are so encouraged to be there. You have all the divine support to find that energy at this time. All right, so that concludes the Mooncat reading for the month of February. I truly hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please take a moment to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen. This will help my channel to grow, and I am trying to reach as many people as I can. These messages are free, of course, and I do them freely because I like the idea of being a helpful hand in and amongst the community. I am also offering personal readings, and the link to those, to the schedule is in the description below. That's the Calendly link that you'll see there. And it takes you to the Calendly page where if you click on the reading you want, you will see step-by-step instructions how to sign up for a reading. And I would be so happy to do personal reading for you. And then perhaps we could drill down into some more specific information. If you're enjoying the content you see on my channel, go ahead and visit my channel. You'll see many other videos posted there. Go ahead and peruse the contents because you might see something that's calling to you to give you more advice or more information. And it doesn't matter when it was filmed, as long as it calls to you, there may be something in that video for you. Ultimately, I thank you for watching. I am always appreciative of my viewers. I'm so glad you're here and so glad that I'm able to reach you. So thanks again for watching, and I hope to catch you in another video.